Hey there, my wow friends. Welcome to your practice today. We're going to move through a really feel good, feel alive, celebratory flow. Because really, why not? We are alive, we're here, moving, breathing, and the best way to celebrate that is to bring it into conscious movement, to imprint it into all of ourselves, to really consciously bring it forth into the shapes of our day and the continuum of our life. So that's what's on offer. It's 30 minutes. We're just going to rock and roll into it and see where it takes us. Trust in the unfolding. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. Okay, my friends, coming to stand at the top of your mat. Let's easily place your feet directly under your inner hips. It's about 2 fists if you were to measure it. Have your second toes pointing straight ahead, offering a little bit more space through the back line of the body. Turn your palms to face forwards, grow tall through your spine, broad through your upper back. Soften and close your eyes and start to dive into the potential of your breath, drinking in big, full inhales, and long, easeful exhales. You can energetically cross the threshold of what was your day, of what came before, and take up full residence in your body. Right here, right now. Draw another full breath in. And a long breath out. Then blink your eyes open. Start to take that into some conscious, really kind of casual and easy movement. So there's no one part of you that's going to dominate the conversation of your movement here. The softness in your knees and mobility in your joints is what we're starting to invite. You inhale, reach your arms wide and high. On your exhale, broaden your collarbones, bend your knees deep, ripple your spine forwards, lay your belly on your thighs. Then bring your hands to your shins, work your legs towards straight. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, big deep bend in your knees and flop over your legs. Press into the bones of your feet. Inhale, come up with bent knees. And exhale, float your hands down. You can stretch through the front and the back in the process. Then again, inhale. Exhale. Ripple all the way through. Flop over your legs. Let your head be heavy. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway, working your legs towards straight. Exhale and fold. Keep that deep bend in your knees. Inhale, float your arms up, all that to stand. Exhale, arms down. One more like that. Inhale. Iron out any kinks. Exhale and fold. Let it all go. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, big bend in your knees, flop down. See we could do a little less. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep going, inhale, reach. Exhale, big bend in your knees and fold. And this time, work your legs towards straight, interlace your hands behind you, take your heels of your hands, your inner elbows towards each other. Start to stretch your arms over your head. And you can play into this a little bit. You can bend one knee and twist away from that leg. You can change sides, bending the other knee, twist away from that. Give it a little peek around. Noticing where there's any residue, stickiness or tension or stress from your day. And stress often shows up in our body in places that feel really dry or stuck. So you're just going to start to re-nourish those areas with your breath, with movement.
Nod your head, shake your head, whatever you need to do. Feel your way into all parts. Release your hands down, give them a little flop. And then hands to outer shins, inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. And exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. And as soon as you arrive into your down dog, create this exploratory type experience for yourself. You can walk out your dog bending one knee, then the other. You can inhale onto the balls of your feet, exhale, bend your knees. You can drop your heels side to side. Starting to presence yourself into all parts of your body. So there's no one part that is over-dominating, no one part that is ignored or left behind. Starting to really reference the whole of you. Lean on your next exhale, come down to your knees. And sit back to your heels. Kind of like child's pose, just keeping your shins parallel. I'm going to add in a little flow. So on your inhale, you're going to lift up high on your knees. Take your left arm behind you, reach your right arm up like a mini back bend. And exhale, sit back to your heels. And then on your next inhale, change arms, lift up. And exhale, sit back. On your inhale, plant your hands. You come onto all fours, look forwards, broaden your upper back. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Then on your inhale, come back to your knees, look over the top of your mat. Exhale, sink your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale, lift high onto your knees, sweep your left arm up, right hand to your lower back for a little support. And exhale, sit down. And change. Inhale, lift up, lifting the skin of the back as much as the front. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, look forwards, plant your hands, broaden your chest. Exhale, belly to spine as you float your hips up and back, down dog. Again, like that. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, sit back, child's pose. Inhale, float up, left arm up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, sweep up, open up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, tuck toes, down dog. And fall into this rhythm, conscious breath, conscious movement. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, lift up, sweep up. And exhale. Celebrating all of you. Inhale. And exhale. How good it is to move and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. To be alive in this body. Inhale, come down to all fours. Exhale, sit back, child's pose. Inhale, float up. Maybe you go a touch deeper. And exhale, sit down. Only if it feels good for you. Inhale. And exhale. Look forwards, plant your hands. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. One more round. Inhale. Exhale, sit back. Stretch out. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sit down. Hands to lower back or heel. Inhale. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. And settle here in your down dog. After that dynamic movement, now you come into a more quiet shape. See if you can keep that same rhythm, that same movement of your breath. to really fulfill the potential of this pose. Arms turned on, legs turned on, front, sides, and back of your spine long and broad. Breathe to all of it. Big full breath in. Long, long breath out. Good again. Inhale, fill up, get light and bright. And exhale, cleansing breath out. One more inhale. Long, long exhale. Come down to your knees. This time bring your big toes together, knees wide. Child's pose. And just let it all go. See how much weight you can give to gravity, and then give a little more. Giving yourself the permission to do a little less. To feel more of your breath, more of you. Enjoy a few easy breaths in child's pose. And come up into downward facing dog. Just looking your hands along the way, reset, reground. Float the skin of your back up. Firm your arms, firm your legs, get long in your spine. And inhale, come forwards to plank pose. Notice you get all saggy on it there in your legs. Really lift the muscles of the front of your legs up into the bones of your legs. Feed your spine forward, broadening through your collarbones and your upper back. As things really start to come online for you here, and it might be in the form of wobbling or shaking, tap back into that same rhythm of your breath that you had in that flow just now. You might even visualize it. So you have that connection, that centeredness, that moment by moment presence. And let that be your tool to navigate your way through this more seemingly strong, challenging pose. And the moment you feel yourself start to give in, get bigger with your breath. I'll tell you this, your mind will fail you before your body does. Support your body. One more big inhale. Long, long exhale. Believe in your body. Another big inhale. Long, long exhale. Thank your body. Love your body. Inhale. And exhale down to your knees. Back to child's pose again. This time it might be that you bring your knees together, arms down by your sides. You can enjoy a little rest. Relishing that pump of your blood and tingling in your tissues. All this sensory information that tells you, I am alive. Back up to downward facing dog. And walk your feet to your hands. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Feet in a hip distance, about 2/5, second toes pointing straight ahead. Spread through the bones in your feet. Pull up through the bones in your legs. And drape yourself into the depths of the fold. Notice if you're holding around your jaw, around your neck. Iron it out. Then bring your hands to your hips, shoulders on your back. Inhale all the way up to stand. Okay. One more flow, just to enjoy movement, to enjoy our bodies, to relish this gift of being alive, moving, breathing, creating. And so what I want you to do before we move into it is to bring to mind one thing that you're really grateful for. A person, a situation, an occurrence that's just happened. And get really specific with it. The real felt sense of gratitude is in the specificity, the color and the details. Why are you grateful for it? How does it uplift you? How does it bring value and appreciation into your life? And then bring that into the palms of your hands. So bring your hands together at your heart. And feel the art of saying thank you. The appreciation land in yourselves. And let this gesture of thanks, this felt sense of gratitude be your motivation for movement in this flow. It's less about pushing to get any of the poses and more about celebrating everything you have, everything you are. Enjoy a big breath in. Exhale, release your hands by your sides. Transfer your weight over onto your right foot. Bend into your right knee a little bit. Open up the lines of communication, you to earth, earth to you. And then place the sole of your left foot on your inner calf or your inner thigh. Press leg against foot, foot against leg to contain that flow and connection. As you reach your arms up to tree pose, Vrikshasana. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bend your right knee. Draw your left knee into your chest. Flex your left foot. Spread your toes to stabilize. As you lean your chest forwards, kick the left foot back. Land the left foot. Big inhale. Sweep up. On your exhale, plant your hands. Lift your hips. And inhale, sweep your right leg high and bend your right knee. Spin your right knee to the ceiling to open up the front of that right hip. On your exhale, shoulders float forwards, right knee draws into your nose. Good. Firm your arms, lift your hips, pause here. Then you're going to roll onto the inside of your back foot, your left foot. So the heel's going to come down to the middle of your mat. Pack your right shoulder in. Then start to spin your belly and your chest towards the ceiling. And miraculously, gratefully, you reach your left arm up, kick your right leg through. There you are. Another big inhale. On your exhale, land your left hand, step your right foot between your hands. Voila, there you are. Left hand down, right hand to your right thigh. Inhale, grow long in your spine. Exhale, spin around towards your right thigh. Inhale, reach your right arm up, big breath. On your exhale, right hand down, push off your back foot, transfer your weight over your front foot. Inhale, sweep your left leg high, look forwards, half standing splits. And exhale, land your left foot down to the mat, bend your knees. Inhale, reach up, Utkatasana. On your exhale, rebound and lift up. We'll start on the other side. Standing on your left foot, find that line of communication, weight flowing down, energy lifting up. And then place the sole of your right foot on your inner calf, or pick it up, inner thigh. Notice if there's any leaks out through the hip or scrunching through the toes. Find that cohesiveness to you. Grateful for all of you as you inhale, reach your arms wide and high. Exhale, hands to heart, bend the left knee, point your right knee to the ceiling, flex the foot, spread the toes. As you lean your chest forward, shoot your right leg back, land your right foot to the back of your mat. Feel the earth catch you and support you. The inhale, lift you up. On your exhale, plant your hands to frame your front foot. Inhale, sweep your left leg up, bend your left knee, point it to the ceiling, open through the hip. And on your exhale, sweep your left knee forward, shoulders over your hands. Good. Find the lift, the buoyancy. Then you're going to spin your right heel to the center of your mat. Pack the left shoulder in for support. So it's the left lung, the back of the left lung that drives you around to shoot your left leg through to the other side of your mat. Reach your right arm up. Big inhale. Exhale, plant your right hand. Step your your left foot between your hands. Arrive there. Right hand down, left hand to left thigh. Inhale, grow tall and broad. And exhale, spin on your axis to spin your belly towards your left thigh. Inhale, reach your left arm up. On your exhale, left hand to the floor, shift your weight forwards. Inhale, float the right leg up, look forwards. And exhale, fold. Right foot down, bend your knees. Inhale, come up. And exhale, transfer your weight. Tree pose. Just a little, adjust the mic. Hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms up, big breath in. Exhale, trace your center line, bend your right knee, shoot your left leg back. Big celebratory action, big inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, sweep your right leg high, open through the front of the right hip. Exhale, shoulders over hands, right knee in. Then spin the back heel down, reach the left arm up, kick the right leg through, big inhale. Exhale, left hand down, right foot down. Spin around to the right, inhale. Exhale, push off the back foot. Transfer your weight forwards. Inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale, land the left foot. Bend your knees, sweep your arms, inhale. And exhale, transfer your weight over to the left. Tree pose. Wobble and shake. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bend that left knee, shoot the right leg back. Land the right foot, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, three-legged dog. As you inhale, sweep the left leg up and over, pointing the left knee to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee forwards. Spin your right heel to the middle of your mat, pack that left shoulder in, then reach and radiate in every direction. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down, step your left foot forwards. Inhale, reach your left arm up, twist. Exhale, push off the back foot, shimmy your weight forwards. Inhale, float your back leg up, look forwards. Exhale, lower the right foot. Sink your hips, sink your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, press to stand. One more round each side. Start in tree pose. The moment you feel yourself waver and fall or disconnect or get confused, come back to breath, come back to gratitude. Thank yourself. I am here. I'm alive, and I'm doing something so good for me and something so good for others. And notice how that shifts your perspective. One more round each side. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Step your left foot back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Spin your right knee to the ceiling. Exhale, curl your right knee forwards. Left heel down. Shoot your right leg through. Inhale. Exhale, land your left hand. Step your right foot forwards. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, push off the back foot. Inhale, left leg high, look forwards. Exhale, land the left foot. Sink your hips, sink your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, press to stand. Shift your weight over to the left. Tree pose. Steady yourself. Ground in gratitude. Move from there. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Through warrior 3 variation to land the right foot. Celebrate, smile, big inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, left leg high, open it up. Exhale, left knee forwards. Spin onto your right heel, pack that left shoulder in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand down, step your left foot forwards. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, push off your back foot. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, right foot down. Sink your hips, sink your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, press to stand. Arms by your sides. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy this rich presence, this pulsating aliveness, this depth of knowing, and rising insight through this miraculous gateway that is your body. One more big grateful breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, nice easy fold, bend your knees, drape your belly on your thighs. Hands to outer shins, work your legs towards straight. Inhale. Exhale, step to plank. All parts of you online, supporting, guiding. And allow that to carry you forwards. No sagging in the hips. Keep the hips lifted. Upper back broad. Forward so the fourth and fifth toes flare out. And exhale down to your knees. Keep offering your heart forwards as you lower down to your belly. I'm just going to shimmy myself back. Come onto your forearms. Elbows under your shoulders. Forearms parallel. Strong legs. Reach through your toe tips. Press into your forearms. And inhale, curl up. And stay here. The soft gaze over the top of your mat. Neck free. Skin soft. Receptive. Continuing to follow the depth of your inhale, the ease of your exhale. This wondrous breath in, and a wondrous breath out. Again, like that, inhale, and exhale. And slowly release. Place your thumbs at your side ribs, tuck your toes. Either stretch back through down dog for a little shimmy shake, or child's pose. Make a choice for you. Make a choice that feels true and nourishing and grateful for you. Really allow yourself to marinate in the aftertaste of moving gratefully, reverently, receiving life in, and giving life back. Practicing with gratitude, I've really found that it turns the present moment into enough and more. It turns what we have into enough and more. Confusion into clarity, chaos into calm. Notice how it feels for you. And consider how you can bring this forth savoring every moment into the rest of your day. And walk your hands under your shoulders and come up. This is where I'm going to leave you. I highly encourage you to take at least 5 more minutes for you, savoring gratitude for you. And it might be that you come to lie on your back and enjoy a few stretching poses there. It could be something like pigeon pose to get a little bit more into the hips. It could be that you're really ready to lie back in Shavasana or into your meditation practice. So make a choice that feels real and true and grateful for you. And do it. And do it with all your breath. Do it with all your heart. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being you. Thank you for everything you give, for everything you bring, everything you offer. Thank you for everything you are. Thank you for everything you will be. Namaste.